Hey, what's up, my truth seekers? Welcome back to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Guys, as you can see right here, I have a very controversy topic I want to go ahead and talk about. As you can see by the title, The Price of Fame and the Struggles of Family Bond. Now, this right here, guys, is not to sit there and try to, poke holes or I'm going after certain people. Look, I'm just giving my opinion just like everybody else. Like I said in here, I tried to stand on my truth. And, this right here, they are not the first and they are not the last. And the only reason why we making a big deal about it because their life is on display. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this right here, what we was talking about yesterday, dealing with certain people, that's on a show called Love and Marriage in Huntsville, even though Ariane Curry, she's not on the show as of yet. Yes, I say it as of yet because I truly believe that she's going to be on that show. Maybe not this season or at the next season, but she's going to be on that show. And I think that she's well deserved to be on that show, especially when everything is centered around her. And I know what I'm about to say, guys. Like I said, not everyone, is going to like it, and which may be one of the reasons why you never see huge bloggers, bloggers with huge platforms, really talk about love and marriage in Huntsville because it's such a touchy, and sensitive show. And like I said, the thing about it is that each and every one of us, we can take a part out of it because, we've been through it. Nothing is new under the sun. And like I said, the reason why, we make such a big stink about it is because their life is where we all can go ahead and pick it apart. But this is reality, okay? And this is what you call real life. So I went ahead and I came up with this topic, the price of fame and the struggles of family bond. Because when you put these two together, it's like oil and water, especially when that's not how you met that person. And sometimes, especially, I don't know about you guys, but dealing with Southern men, it's like, I'm not going to say that we are behind or, it's that we have different values than when it comes to city folks. It's like we are more laid back. And I've been saying this for a long time because, like I said, I've been married for a very, very long time. And who could tell it better than the ones that been through it? My life been through hell. Being married is not easy. It's like part of a business. I see my girls in the house, Starbucks lover. Thank you for always supporting me. She says, welcome back to the channel. Please hit the like on your way in and or out. Don't forget to share this video. Please, guys, make sure you go ahead and share these videos. Hit like, comment. It's not going to cost you anything, to go ahead and share these videos. And I understand, like I said, about now, you guys should know exactly how I run my platform. I try to stand on my truth. And like I said, when it comes to these reality shows, I don't know these people. I don't know these people from a can of paint. It's just that I know how to separate, from people personal life and a reality show. Now, when they put their personal life on display, we have a right to go ahead and pick it apart. And when it comes to stuff like this, I know that, it's really hard, especially when young kids are, involved in it because they are the ones at the end going to get hurt, the worst. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit. I'm not gonna stay here long, guys. I'm gonna just go ahead and just let the spirit lead me because all this stuff right here, I truly believe it is my ministry. I don't believe that nothing happened by accident. Everything happened for a reason. And who can tell it better, than the ones that already been through? This is nothing new. It's just that, we seen all this stuff right here, we seen it playing out on TV, and that's why, we are so invested in stuff like this, especially when we have our certain team. We want to be team this person, a team that person. But in here, I am team right. I'm gonna go ahead and call it like it is. So yesterday, Ariane, on her live, on Instagram, she comes on and she was cooking as usual. We always see when she comes on. And this time, Martell went ahead and he showed up. We heard his voice. We did hear Martell's voice. So finally he came, and made his appearance. And now everybody's talking about it. You can go on the shed room. The shed room is also talking about it as well. And like I said, this is what people wants to see. They'll say that, oh, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see these two together. She need to just go ahead and go away. But we can't pick and choose who someone love. And I could have went ahead and named this as the broken contract. And when I say broken contract, marriage is a contract. Marriage is a job. And some of us, most of them that's doing all the talking. Some people, they come from being bitter. Their marriage didn't work out, and it left them bitter. And then some people, maybe they had a divorce, but they know how to co-parent and move on. Well, on this show right here, they don't know how to co-parent and they don't know how to move on, at least what we see. And the thing about it is that now everybody has gotten involved with it. When you let everybody into your business, then everybody got something to say. And that's why this right here is like it is today. I truly believe that if they were not on television, I don't think that it would have been that big because, first of all, people wouldn't be able to, look from the outside. And that's exactly what we are looking. We looking from the outside. Yeah, I see where Star says, sure is a contract. Yes, it is a contract, and this is what I told my daughter. I say the same way that you go into a marriage, because like I said, I've been married for almost 40 years. Okay. So the same way that you go into a marriage is the same way that you're going to have to keep the marriage. If not, everything is going to unravel. So if you went into that marriage and you was catering to your man, you was cooking for your man, and you was doing all this, then that's what had attract you. Well, maybe the man had, he more was attracted to you because you was doing those things. And the minute when you stop doing that, then that's where the problem came from. Because as I was watching the live on Instagram, Martell kept complimenting Ariane's cooking, and just to see that all of them, the kids, everybody, they came together and they was, you know, making this gingerbread house. And to them, that's joy to them, because they are more of a family structure. And Martell, maybe, we might say this, but Martell come across, he's not a bad person. It's just that he made some bad mistakes. But like I said, when it comes to him, he's not the first and he's not the last. I see where Starbucks lovers say it's easy to judge someone else's marriage. Absolutely. And the thing about it is that, the reason why we so involved in it, because, it's trauma bond, just to see, oh, my life was like that. My husband, he did this to me. But we know that when it came to Melody and Martell, Melody sat there and said that, Martell was a good husband. Even he was to her and the kids. I remember when Melody had said that when Martell would come home, he would come home with flowers, and he would cater to her. He would treat her like a queen. Martell also talked about when he came home that pretty much he had to bath the kids, and he didn't mind doing that. He had to feed the kids because, he wanted to make sure that his wife was happy. And like I said, we looking from the outside, but we really don't know what really happened in the inside, because we only see just little clips of what they want us to see, but you just don't know the story. So for us to sit there and say, I'm going to hate this person and I'm going to make sure that this person, never even come up. I wants to see him suffer because he made Melody suffer. But like I said, and I tell you guys that all the time, that it takes two to tear down the house. Ain't no one person can tear a house down by themselves. And we already know how all this stuff, of what they showed us, how it all, start crumbling down when Martell, just like he said, he took care of his family. Martell comes from the South. And if you know these Southern men, just like I said, they don't mind taking care of their wives. They don't mind taking care of someone that they love. And you don't even have to even work. I know I really didn't have to work. Thank God that my husband had his business and I had my business as well. But I really don't even have to do nothing, because it's something about these Southern men. Now, I'm not saying all the Southern men, but the ones that I know, they don't mind taking care of their a woman, long as their wives are, cooking. They don't believe in all that fast food. Long as they cooking, giving them a home cooked meal, the house is clean, the kids are clean, they are happy. To them, that's what you call the happy life. That's why Martell kept saying, about cooking and complimenting her cooking. She knows exactly how to keep that man satisfied. Long as you doing, cooking and whatever in the bed, they are happy. They are happy. They will sit there, they will worship the ground that you walk on. And that's real talk. I see Starbucks lover say, well, in my opinion, men are never satisfied. And that's her opinion. She say, in my opinion, men are never satisfied. They might have 80% at home, but they will look for that 20% that is missing in their home or life. And that's absolutely true. And the reason why, because they are humans. Men are human. And I'm not trying to give them a pass, but men are human. But, all I could just say, speaking from my opinion, we all have an opinion at the end of the day. And I understand, everybody looking at how she was a home wrecker. No, she was not a home wrecker. And the reason why she was not a home wrecker, because she could not do nothing but what Martell allowed her to do. You get what I'm saying? So you cannot blame the woman. And see, that's the thing. We love to blame the woman. No, blame your man. Because a grown man, you cannot make a grown man do nothing that they do not want to do. Okay? But one thing that we do know from what we see, Martell, how all this stuff came about. As he was saying, Melanie already had checked out of that home. And I'm not trying to sit there and put my foot and bash Melanie. I only can go by of what these people put out. You air it out, you are free game. Martell said he would come home. And like I said, Melanie pretty much was checked out. Melody, she wanted to be a celebrity. She wanted to sing. She wanted to go out and experience life. And I do understand. I understand. Because, like I said, we all been through it. Wish we could have, should, and did that. We thinking that the grass is greener than the other side, while we got outside people worshiping the ground that we walk in. Wish they had the house. Wish they had the husband. Wish they had the business. Wish they had what you have. Like I said, while we sitting there, we looking like the whole world owe us something, and our life is so miserable. But somebody else around the corner, they sitting there, they want your life. They want your life, guys. And like I said, I only can tell you something that I already been through. I've been through all this. I can take a piece of what Melody been through. I can take what they Ariane and even the Scotts, all of them, what they've been through. My girl says, "Do you think that being on the show messed up the relationships?" Of course, because their life is on display where everybody is able to go ahead and pick it up or pick it apart. And who to blame for that? Melanie, like I said, I blame a lot on Melanie. And the reason why I put a lot of blame on Melanie, because Melanie knew that her life was a mess. She knew her marriage was a mess. She knew that her marriage was not intact. Melanie pitched the show knowing that all this stuff was going on in her marriage. So, what do you think that was going to come out of it? You cannot take your pain for game because much is given, much is required. So, if you thinking that you're going to have peace to tell your story and not allow somebody else to tell their part, because like I say, it's two or three ways to a story. Is your truth, their truth, and the truth. So by you sitting there telling your truth, it may not match to their truth. Okay? And that's all I'm saying, guys. So when it comes to stuff like this, Martell is not about that social life. You can see Martell is not about the social life. He allowed Melanie to make her happy, especially when they're out there, sitting there being with people, and all this socialite. He only did that because it made Melody happy. And guys, you know that. And like I said, sooner or later, like a man, they gonna say, I don't have my wife at home. I don't have what, I signed up for. Because like I said, when it comes to marriage, marriage is like a contract. So when something like that happened, then something else gonna go ahead and creep in. Because that's how the devil works. All he's looking for is a little crack. And once he look for a little crack, he's coming straight in. And that's how it's all work out. That's how it's all working out. Star says no one thought about the kids. And it's not like nobody thought about the kids, because I truly believe that they love their kids. I truly believe that they love the kids. I know that they love the kids. But just imagine, a man coming from a hard day's work, especially from the South. Now, I don't know about these city men, because these city men, man, they are like beta men. They want the women to take care of them. But see, I'm from the old school. I'm like the Nene Lease and the Greg, where the men sit there, they're going to take care and they're going to shower their wives. And that's how you look like, that's how it looked like Martell is. Martell looked like that type of person, you know? But ain't no man that I know, maybe you might know, that's going to come from a hard day's work from sun up to sundown, come home, clean up, bath the kids, and help the kids with the schoolwork, comb their hair while you done checked out. No man I know gonna do stuff like that. And besides, why would anyone want a man where you got where a man got to do everything in the house while you sitting home? Are you thinking that, oh, I could be a celebrity? Like I said, the grass is not always green on the other side. We thinking that it's better on the other side. And soon in a minute, somebody else move in, then you got a problem. But like I say, when it comes to marriage, marriage is like a contract, okay? The same way you got them, sometimes it's the same way that you got to go ahead and keep that man. And even Martell talked about it. Excuse me. Martell had talked about it. How he said, his wife wanted to sing. He brought her to Star Search. We didn't know nothing about it. We never even heard Martell even talk about bringing his wife on Star Search, to have her to try out to sing. And the reason why we never heard it, because they so busy tearing down each other. They were so busy sitting there at each other head. So that's why we didn't see all that. But like I said, somebody else trash can be somebody else treasure. And Star also said, is that all country men are only old school men that take care of their wife. No, not at all. Because now we got a new generation of men. And most of these men that now they coming from single parent home where they don't really know how to be a man. And that's what you're seeing right now. And not just Southern men, all over. Look at these men right now. Look at these boys right now. I hate to see who's going to be the next president, because it's like we have fallen so far, where now, the women, they work and the men is in the house, which, I don't have a problem with that, long as they are doing their part. But I'm not going to take care of no grown man where he's sitting there, he's not doing what he's supposed to do, he's not taking care of home. What do I need a man like that for? Which I wouldn't even want to be on the outside and my man in the inside. And if it's like that, he better be sick. Something better be wrong with him, because ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna deal with a man. I'm sitting there working from sundown, and he's sitting there. He's asking for where his meal at, where his food at. Joker, you better get the heck out of here. This ain't baby boy on here. This not baby boy over here. Okay. Yes, indeed. Starbucks lover said, she said, I need a southern man. Yeah, girl. Like I said, you know, I can't deal with those city slickers. And I need my man to open doors. I need my man to sit there and work. I need my man. I can't deal with these old city slickers. I cannot do. But to get back to all the stuff that's happening, a man, he's going to be with somebody, if he's a good man, somebody that he loves. And like I said, it's nothing that we really can do now. These people, they have built a family. They got a child together. So most likely he said, why should I go out there and set up another family when I already done had two families? So I might as well go ahead and keep the one that I got, and if they love each other, then who are we to judge? Tell me, who are we to judge? So, like I said, all we could do is just sit back and watch, and if you don't like what you see, then turn your chin up. But you cannot try to poke holes in these people's personal lives, because I truly believe that they are married. And I'm going to say that until I really get a clear, they come out and say it, because I really, truly, they are married. Now, they may not have to have the ring on, and maybe they don't have the ring on because Martell is a part of this reality show. Look how we went crazy when Martell was wearing a wedding band, how we was, going crazy. But like I said, it is what it is. So guys, I got 5 more minutes and I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. Thank you, Starbucks lover. Thank you for coming in and helping the sister out. And also, guys, when you come in and you watch the live, like I said, it is what it is. We don't know these people from a can of paint. All we can go by is what these people put out. So don't get mad with the messenger, because I'm just a messenger. Okay, I'm just giving my opinion, just like everybody else out there is giving their opinion. But like I said, at the end of the day, the only ones that's going to get hurt is the kids. But when it comes to the relationship with Ariane and Martell, you could see that the kids been knowing Ariane. You can't tell me all of a sudden, that these kids, never had any interaction with Ariane. I truly believe, they all knew each other from a very, very long time, because the children, the children like her, and we cannot sit there and assume that the children don't want to be around, because those kids is old enough where they can talk. And one thing about the M kids, they are very smart, very articulate. So if they don't like something, they're going to make sure that, it's going to be spoken. So far as we could see, if they building little gingerbread houses together, then I truly believe that they enjoying being around each other. Star says, do you think he got married again? Yeah, I absolutely think that he is married again. And I think that he's going to come out maybe in January for New Year's. He's gonna go ahead and make it right. And if Carlos King don't add Ariane a part of uh that show, then Martell should not be on it as well, because that's a part of his reality. And it's not just a part of Martell's reality, it's also a part of Melanie's reality, because they all were sister wives in that house. Melanie, she knew that Martell was running with Ariane Curry. When Melanie went ahead and she thought that the grass was green on the other side, she sat there, she left. When she came back, she went and had another baby. They knew, like I said, there was one big family, one big mess. So, like I said, if that's who he chooses to sit there and spend the rest of his life with, Ariane Curry, then, like I say, who are we to judge? So that's about it. And I wanted to go ahead and, I just wanted to go ahead and put that out, and nobody can get mad. And I know a lot of people hurt because, they looking at somebody else pain, but you just don't know the whole story, because we only hear one side of the story. Maybe we need to go ahead and hear Ariane. Some people say, well, Ariane don't have a story. It could be true, but still of all, if Martell make her a part of his world, his life, then she should be able to say something, because nowhere in the world that I would have my child on and you gonna hide me in the bag. I don't think nobody gonna go ahead and do something like that. Star says, wow, that's too soon. Well, like I said, they are divorced, and they've been divorced for 3 years. I saw people get a divorce, or their wives or whatever die like less than 6 months, and they married. So, and for to say that it was too soon, like I said, they already had all this in their marriage. When they was married, they was running with each other. So to them, it's just right. Yep, that's it. So, guys, I got about 1 more minute, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down, because I already did 30 minutes earlier when I went ahead and uploaded a video. Guys, make sure you go ahead and check it out. And also check all the other videos that I went ahead and made. I try to go ahead and stand on my truth. Especially when it comes to my people. Some people might think that, I'm just a little too hard. No, I'm real, and can't get no real than this. Starbucks lovers say, oh, okay, it's been there 3 years. Yeah, these people been was divorced. And not only that, they've been divorced 3 years, they've been in each other lives for almost 6 years. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ariane sat there and said she was running with Martell for like 6 years. So half of Martell and Melanie's marriage, Ariane was in the picture. And like I said, it's two sides to everything. Melanie, she also did her stuff as well. And I think that they're gonna start opening up that, which I wish they do start opening up Melanie's side, because I'm just getting tired of hearing Martell did this, Martell did that, when we already know that it's some stuff that Melanie did as well. So they need to go ahead and start pulling up Melanie dirt, and start talking about her, because I don't think that Melanie, she's Saint Melanie, and especially the stuff that Martell said that she did do. And when it comes to stuff like that, these people got a lot of stuff to answer for, especially when, children is involved, because the Bible says, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it with this: whatever you done to the least of my children, you have done it to me. So, like I said, all money is not good money. Sometimes the love of money is the root of all evil. And we already know that much is given, much is required. So thank you, Starbucks. Thank you for helping me hold it down. And I'm finna go ahead and close it out for the night. If I have something that I want to go ahead and talk about tomorrow, I'm gonna come on tomorrow, because like I say, when they do the lives, I like doing my lives because it's authentic, uncut, and it's raw. I don't have to worry about editing and stuff like that. I just open up my mouth, and that's about it. So thank you, guys. Good night. And if you come on, and watch the live, like I say, don't get all up in your paint. It's because, like I said, at the end of the day, we don't know these people from a can of paint. And on that note, you all have a good night. Thank you, Star, again. All right, guys. Thank you. Be blessed.